oversight, apparently. I gotta.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. This is Dave Mead, Forward Media News. Those of you that know me and saw me today broadcasting earlier out in the community and talking about the infrastructure and how the infrastructure needs to be. We need to fix that infrastructure, and because of all the holes and stuff, and and all the patch ups going on, but I think they did a lousy job. I think me and Paul Coogan did a lousy job on the infrastructure, but that's not what I was wanted to actually talk about, because I already talked about that excitement. And but I also want to let you know that I will actually be doing this again. I'll be going out in the community again at some point, like I did today, because it's better. You know what I'm saying? Because you can show people what is going on in the community. Okay, you can actually show people how the infrastructure is over there, that needs to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? There's patch ups everywhere. There's holes everywhere, and it's where's this money going? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe all this stuff should be actually investigated, because and because there's something wrong. Okay, there is, and usually our streets are not ever like that. You know what I'm saying? A mess like that, and usually that usually gets really fixed really fast. So but that's not Mayor Paul Coogan. Mayor Paul Coogan is he doesn't um, he doesn't like to do these things. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not what I wanted to talk about really tonight. I want to talk about the free fares that's supposed to that was supposed to happen. But what I basically found out was from 2026 and 2027, they want to extend the free fares. Okay, but the bus drivers don't want that. They don't want it. I mean, you got the whole entire fleet, the union fleet, they're fighting it. Okay, because one, there's too many fights going on the bus. Okay. Two, it's inside the bus terminal. It's outside the bus terminal. It's on the bus. It's on the bus. They're fighting on the bus now. Okay. Just earlier today, there was another 100 kids down at the bus terminal. Okay, fighting down there again. Okay, 100 kids. This time 100, and and this is why they want to take away the free fares, because of what's going on. Okay, you know, let me tell you something. If it wasn't for the free fares, okay, or the fighting that's going on, okay, if there was no fighting going on either on the bus or inside the terminal or outside the terminal, I mean, things would be awesome. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. So I mean, they're fighting it. They are fighting it because the whole entire fleet, bus fleet, is fighting it. SRTA. They're really fighting it because they don't want it. Okay, because it's they say they have to break up fights on the bus while they're driving. Okay, they do all the time. They got to break up fights while they're driving. They got to pull over the bus. They got to be late because now they have a fight on the bus. Okay, now they got to get the police involved. Now they got to get the supervisor down here to remove them off the bus. Okay, which is not fair to them. Okay, so I mean, I agree with it. You know, I agree. I agree 100%. Okay, that it's going to it's obnoxious already. Okay, I mean they vape and smoke on the bus. So hey, I mean now we have to remove the free fares. Okay, and now we got to go back to paying. Okay, so I mean hey, that's life. And that's life. We can't have all that. You know what I'm saying? Happen on the bus. I mean, the bus drivers are responsible for the passengers on the bus. You know what I'm saying? So when they get their CDL license, right, they have a passengers, what you call a passenger's permit. Okay. And they have to be, they have to keep them safe. You know what I'm saying? So either way, but I mean, I don't want the free fares anymore. No, I mean, as much as I want it, as much as everybody else wants it, well, because it's not going to happen because of all the fighting inside the terminal, outside the terminal, on the bus. Again, like I just told you before, another 100 kids was fighting at the terminal again, and the police had to go there. So now, when I go there tomorrow, okay, at some point, now I'm going to find out what happened, okay? And I'm going to find out what happened over there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, something had to happen over there. So now we just don't want the free fares no more, okay? So, I mean, um, you know, it's because it's too much of a hassle for the bus drivers. So now you get the whole entire fleet, which is, I know some people are going to say, "Wow, well, they're ruining it for us." Well, hey, that's the brakes. Okay, that's the brakes. We take away, we take it away because if it's a hassle for the bus drivers and it's ruining it for everybody else. Okay, it's and the people that fight on the bus, they upset the passengers all the time, and the passengers are reporting things left and right. So hey, the bus drivers, they need to be safe too. Okay, when they're driving the bus. Okay, let's put it this way: we cannot always have what we want. Okay, we can't, and so I mean, we have to, we cannot keep turning the other cheek and saying, well, it's okay for a young adult to go spit in another person's face on the bus, and all of a sudden, and then hell breaks loose on the bus. Okay, it's not okay. It's not, and some people may disagree with me with that, but you know what? And I don't care if they disagree with me because I mean, that's life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're ruining it for everybody else. So I mean, then the bus drivers are sick of it. Bus drivers let it go, let it go, let it go. I mean, how many times you're gonna let a fight go on the bus, a fight go on the terminal, or a fight outside the terminal? But you're gonna wait for somebody to get shot and killed before you do anything about it? We need to nip this in the bud now before somebody does get hurt. So I mean, bus drivers need to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Safety comes first, and that's what's going to happen. So yeah, they want to extend it from the 26 to from 2026 to 2027. Okay. So why? You know what I'm saying? Because of numbers? Well, the only way we can stop the fighting going on is we bring the whole thing back paying, get on the bus. If you can afford a cup of a nice coffee this big and pay $4 or $5 for it, you can afford a bus fare. I buy iced coffees that big. I buy mediums that big, and I still can afford my bus fare. So I supported it once, I supported it twice, but now things are getting out of hand. Okay, and we gotta put public safety first. And I will be calling CERTA, or I will email them, and I will say, look, we don't need we don't need no more free buses anymore. So I mean, if you have saved money for your bus fare, then you save it, and save money for your Charlie card, then you do so. But no, this stuff has to stop because there's a lot of shit going on, and they're taking advantage of it because they're taking advantage of it because it's free bus. Now, when we go back to paying, now we're gonna see. Okay, we're gonna see who's gonna ride the bus and who's not gonna ride the bus. So that's way too bad. And we also talked about crime going on in the city. We had stabbings up at Leonard's package store. We had shootings. We had a brother shoot another brother. And this violent stuff. This negativity stuff has to stop. We can't we can't keep letting this stuff go on all the time. Okay, we can't. Okay, because if we keep letting it go on, okay, then they're gonna say, well, you're letting it go on. Okay, no, but we have to stop all this stuff on the street. Okay, too. We have to have cops walking on beats in the neighborhood. Okay, they can't be riding in cars all the time. They got body cams. Okay, they can walk around the neighborhoods. Okay, they can. Okay, they would actually see more that goes on in the neighborhoods than they do in their cars. So I'm aggravating. I'm advocating for that. Advocating for affordable housing. I am advocating for as much as possible for that this community can be safe because it's way too much. Okay, it's way too much, and people are getting away with a lot more stuff, a lot more than usual. So mean, you know, but like I said, I will be I'll be reaching out to the ADA program at SRTA, and I will be leaving her a message. Actually, I'll email her because I do have her. I do have her. Her. I do have her emails because I'm going to email them and say, look, we got to stop this bus service, free bus services, because it's getting out of hand. Bus drivers are not safe. They got to keep stopping, and every time there's a fight on the bus, and they got to have the cops there. Then they got to have the supervisors come down. It's way too much. It's way over their pay rate. You know what I'm saying? So, they can't keep doing that no more. But I will be emailing. I will be emailing her, and I will and I will be talking. I'll talk to her at some point. You know what I'm saying, because it's really getting too much for the Serta bus. I'm saying it is. It's really getting too much for them. And let's see, where we going here? Let me see. I don't have monitor. Well, I like to share a screen, but I don't have anybody else on. So I would like to. I like to share a screen. You know what I'm saying? um, I like to. Yeah, I would like to share screen camera. No, I don't want to upgrade because if I upgrade, then I'll have to pay a little more. But I don't want to do that. So I mean, if anybody wants to join my scene title, yeah, I shared it to my group sessions. There we go. Let's see here. Oh. Oh boy. Gotta get it back, you know. How do I get this thing back now? They got, you know. Oh well. Let's see. Fall River Media. What the hell what happened here? Jeez. Yeah. Oh, I can't get it the way I want it. What just happened here? It's screen 2. Let's see. All right, I'm just working on trying to get it back. All right, here it is. Well, I mean, I just got it back up to screen 1. So, but yeah, well, there is a lot of there is a lot of things, you know, happening, and but again, I saw some, I mean the MBTA trains here, and I haven't been down there yet. You know what I'm saying? So, but I will, because I will be taking the train on the 9th. But I'm not sure what time, but we'll be going for a train ride, and we're gonna go check out some things, and because yeah, we're gonna be checking out some things too. So Fall River Media News will be live on the 9th, on the SRTA, not the SRTA, MBTA transit, the train, and we'll be talking about where the train's going, and also how you can purchase your ticket. What I heard, that you can pay the conductor the money, and he'll hand you a ticket. I'm saying, so that's what I heard. The reason, and I also heard the reason why they won't put a ticket booth over there, because they're afraid that somebody might vandalize it. So so that's why they're not going to put one. You can purchase a ticket off the conductor when you're there, or or you can purchase your ticket online. So, on you can download the MBT. Something's going wrong. So you can purchase your MBTA transit online. So the T, okay, look for the T and download it. Um, but I will honestly refer a friend to this. So, but I will be live on the night too, on the Amtrak, not the Amtrak, the NBTA, going to Boston, connected to the Amtrak, and so we can go see a lot of things. So it's actually going to be fun. I know other people are going to do it too. Um, hey, get out while you can. I mean, now we got a lot of transportation, know, regardless. What's gonna what is it gonna bring? I mean, we're here, might as well enjoy it. You know. Um, with that being said, um, see, I've been on a train before, and I know how to. I know I've been on a train, so I'm not afraid to go on a train. Okay, I've been on the red line before when I was in Boston. I had to go over to the floating hospital, so I had to take the red line over to the floating hospital in Boston. So at one point, so I've already been on one. So being on a train is nothing to me. So now, um, my wife, yeah. So we're gonna go, and we're gonna go for the ride, because Fall River, there's nothing here. Um, there's nothing here to look at. You know what I'm saying? There ain't. I mean, gateway cities. The gateway cities. The battleship. Oh, well, I would like to get onto that because Chip and Jeffrey was, they were all over that. So when they said that the battleship was coming, oh, when the battleship comes, we're going to get all kinds of tourism in here. We're going to get this. Where's the tourism? There's none. Gateway cities. Oh, when the gateway city comes, we're gonna get all kinds of tourism in here. We're gonna get all kinds of things in here. Where's the tourism? There's none. Okay, so that goes to show you, okay, that politicians lie. Okay, every time something comes here, oh, when we get this, we're gonna get a whole bunch of, we're gonna get a lot of tourism in here. This place is gonna be booming, booming. Fall River's a shithole. That's what it is. Okay, it's a shithole. Okay, it's not what you think. Okay, Fall River's got more crime here in the city of Fall River than New Bedford. I'm not racist. I'm not. So don't call me racist because I'm not. We don't need no more free bus fares because there's a lot of the taxpayers. We don't need no more. Okay, okay, we don't need no more bus fares because there's a lot of fights going on in the terminal. Okay, it is. We have to keep the bus drivers safe. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm not. So, you know, I could tape anybody. I could tape. There's always fights on the bus all the time. Okay. And yeah, well, there's no words for it. Okay. I saw a fight on the bus. Okay. Another kid spit in another kid's face, and a big, huge fight in the bus. The bus driver had to stop. Okay. Call the police, call the supervisor, and now the bus is late. So what about wait a minute. What about the other people that need to go to work? Okay. And need to catch the bus to get back home. So they gotta stay there all day in the terminal. So I'm not racist. Okay. I don't go around. I'm not racist. So stop your lying. Okay. You know, that's why we need to stop, the free service, the free bus services. Like we got to stop paying again. Because I can. Because I can. It's in public. So, because I can. When I'm out on the street, I'm on the bus, I'm in the terminal, I can. Okay, I can. I can do it, okay? I did my homework. Okay? I can. Okay? I did not say that. This is the results. Well, if there's a fight on the bus, I have the right to have my body cam on. If the police can have it, I can have it. Okay? So, if the police has a body cam, I could have it. So, why don't you go and tell the cops that they cannot have their body cams and watch what they tell you? So you can actually go and say that. Go and tell them that. Okay? And watch what they tell you. The bus drivers, they had enough of it because there's always people on the bus fighting all the time. They're either fighting on the bus, fighting outside the bus inside the bus terminal. Okay? It's wrong. And you need to stop calling me racist because that's defamation of character. So you need to stop it. That's defamation right there. Unless you want to get sued for defamation of character. Because, we have to keep people safe, and we have to keep the passengers safe on the bus too as well. Okay. So the only way is to go back paying the fares, because right now the whole entire fleet, okay, but the people that drive the bus drivers, I mean, they're fighting it, okay, through their union, because they're tired of, they're tired of all of it breaking up fights all the time, and it's been like today on my scanner. Another 100 kids were fighting at the terminal. Okay, why don't the people that do a lot of talking, okay, the ones that do a lot of talking, why don't you go out into the community, go out to the bus stops and bus terminal, and go and see what goes on over there. There are many people that do a lot of do a lot of talking. Okay, but it's every day over there. It's every day at the terminal, and that this is happening, and and we have security guards over there. But I remember one time that they said when they built the bus terminal, they were going to put a substation over there. Okay, a substation means that there's two police officers there 24/7. Now, well, one in the morning and one in the afternoon until the kids get out of school. Okay, so I mean, so we cannot have any of that stuff happening anymore over there. So, I mean, the only way to end it is end the free bus services. Okay, let's go back to paying, because I have the card right here, and I will email them and let them know. So it's right here, SRTA. Okay, and I will email them, and I'm going to tell them that we need to go back paying. Okay, who is it? What's her name? It's the ADA program. So it's the ADA program that and that handles all of that. So when I email her, because I mean, hey, look, rather you want go on a bus and be safe on a bus, or have a whole bunch of people, have a whole bunch of kids fighting spitting at each other and fighting on the bus, and you have to pull over the bus. Scott, that's a good idea. That's put a Subway shop over there. You know what I'm saying? That is actually that is a good idea. You know what I'm saying? And I've been saying that too for a very long time. Okay. I have been saying that for a very long time, and no, I'm not going to run for mayor. I'm comfortable of doing this right here. Well, I like talking about things that politicians aren't doing. You know what I'm saying? And running for mayor, it's nah. Right now, I'm backing up. Right now, I'm backing up. Carl Caesar right now for mayor. So right now, I'm backing him up for mayor. He's got a time going at the Dunkin' Donuts on April 1st at 6 o'clock at the Glow Four Corners. So I suggest you guys go over there and hear him out. If another candidate who is better than Carlos, will you back them? Well, first I'm right now I'm backing Carlos right now because I like his ideas. I like the stuff that he wants to do. So right now I'm backing him. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm backing him. Carlos does not support illegal immigration. He doesn't support illegal aliens either. So he doesn't. He doesn't because I've already asked him, and he don't support illegal aliens at all. So, if you have proof, you share it with me. With all that stuff is being said right now, somebody says that does Carlos support free bus services? Well, I could ask him. I know, but why don't you message him himself, and why don't you guys ask him? I mean, you guys ask him if he does. Uh, well, the rent control, I don't like rent control because there's a lot of things behind rent control. Um, but I do support affordable housing, and Carlos Caesar also supports affordable housing too. So and because rent control is there's a lot behind that, that nobody knows. And I've already done my research on that, but I'm going to look it up again, and I'm going to start writing things down now, and then so that way I could explain rent control a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So, um, so economic 101 supplies and demands. Economic 101 supplies and demands. That's what that is. Thank you, Linda, thank you, Hunt, for putting that up there. So that's what it says. Economic 101 supplies and demands. So it goes to show you that rent control ain't no good. So that's what it does. And it's no good at all. And because, people ask all the time, how come? Down with the rent control. Well, I just explained why with down with the rent control. Well, rent control is economic 101 supplies on demand. That's all. You cannot make anyone run against their against their will. So, but I'm not going to be running for anything. I'm going to be holding politicians accountable. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I like my Fall River Media News uh, podcast. I have had it for a very long time, and I'm going to continue on using it. And I'm going to be live at Carlos Caesar's event on April 1st at 6 o'clock, and I will actually be talking to Carlos again about other issues, other issues. So, but if you want to come down and see Carlos and ask him questions, come down and ask him questions. April 1st, 6 o'clock, Dunkin' Donuts, Glow Four Corners. Come down and ask him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he would, Carlos will be happy to answer any question you have for him. Okay, he'll be happy to. Well, if you have petitions, okay, with 100 signatures on it, bring it down. We can take a look at it. Bring it down. We can take a look at it. And because So if you want to come on down, bring the petitions down. So if you wanna bring the petitions down, just bring it down. But anyways, but come down and talk to Carlos. If you have any questions about anything, you know what I'm saying. And he can answer your questions, and then you guys can then you guys could go from there. And if you want, and then you guys can go from there. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Carlos will answer any question that you got for him. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, when he had his first event down in when he had his first event down on Alden Street, everyone's asking him questions after questions after questions. He answered every single one of them. Okay, every question. Okay. Okay. When I was at what do you call it there, next to Wendy's on Bedford Street, I was in Dunkin' Donuts store, but having a coffee over there, and saw something. Texted him because somebody came in and told me something, and I texted Carlos about it, and Carlos came down to Bedford Street, and because they want to make Bedford and Robertson Street a two-way. So Carlos came down. I says, Carlos, what do you think about the Bedford and Robertson Street? They want to make it a two-way over there. They want to take down you have to take down the stoplight. You have to rip out the islands, right? I asked him, what do you think of it? He says, well, versus putting more firefighters on duty, he says, I'd rather spend money putting more firefighters on duty and then working at that project, ripping the islands out and making a two-way street. Because he put public safety first. Okay, but they want to rip the islands out. That's what they want to do. They want to rip the islands. The islands from Bedford and Robertson Street. They want to rip that out, and that's going to cost the taxpayers probably maybe about maybe I say $1 billion. I would say $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I would say that. I don't have the estimate of what is what it is, but to rip that out, you would have to do a traffic study. Okay, you would have that in between Bedford and Robertson Street. You would have to do a traffic study, and doing a traffic study is it costs you do a traffic study, how much traffic goes by there. We have to look at the blueprints and see what it's gonna and look at the cost and see what it's gonna. I'm saying $1 billion. I could be wrong. That's too much. But I could be wrong because I'm only throwing numbers out there right now. It could cost a little bit more, a little bit less. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I mean, you got to go through traffic studies to do that. Okay, I mean, and then once the traffic studies are all done, then you got to look at the blueprints and see how you're going to do it and how it's going to be done. It takes a lot of time. That's a project. Okay. It takes a lot of time. I would have to look at the prints myself. Matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and talk to traffic and down at City Hall and see if I can get the prints for that. You know what I'm saying? At least a copy of it, anyways, because and see what it's going to cost the taxpayers. But I mean, versus that, I'd rather spend the money on the firefighters instead. You know what I'm saying? Or spend the money on public safety and have more police officers walk our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what we really need. You know what I'm saying? So, but I did put up a lot of videos up there up this morning. I was Forward Media was alive this morning on the and the live this morning. So we need any trains episodes. I think the train the MBTA is it's not going to do anything for Fall River, but I mean, hey, but it beats traffic. You know what I'm saying? So it beats traffic. So I don't have a car, so I have no choice to take transportation. I have no choice to pay for MBT for traffic. It'll bring you to Boston, and oh, yeah. Well, I mean, could go to Gillette Stadium too. So I mean, going on a train ain't bad. Like I said, I've already been on one. I've been on the Red Line going to the floating hospital in Boston. Best man in a yeah, choo choo. Hey, by the way, they're hiring if you want to. But I want to get back to the Ronald Les. Yeah, he likes listening to my videos all the time. We should extend the train to Newport. Well, I mean, that's going to be hard to do. You know what I'm saying? We already got it going to Boston, Freetown, and and New Bedford, and a lot of other ways. So Robertson Street, what a mess. Yeah, it is. It's a mess. Okay. Robertson, Bedford Street, potholes everywhere. There is I mean, it is. It's a mess. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at they just patch up. They do a lot of patching up. Okay, and this is how they save money, the politicians. But like I said, the election's coming. The election's coming. What we need to do, we need to vote these people out. Okay, some of the city councilors and the mayor. Okay, they promise. Oh, Gateway City. Gateway City, it's going to bring tourism. I don't see any tourism here. Battleship. I don't see any tourism here. So there's no tourism. Basically, half of everyone's leaving Fall River. They don't want to be here. They're like, why should we be here? I mean, this place, I mean, they get our water is up 5%, like David Souza said. I mean, they're giving our water to Westport. They want Westport to have water. There ain't no tourism in here at all. We're gonna bring tourism. We got Gateway City here. We got the Battleship Cove here. And now we got the train here. Let's see. We're gonna see what the MBTA train is gonna do for Fall River. I'm gonna tell you from first start, right off the bat. Okay, that the train ain't gonna do nothing for Fall River. Okay, it's not. It's here, but it's not gonna do nothing for Fall River. Okay, it's not. So and like I said, and because we got drug dealers and crime here in the city of Fall River. Okay, we got what else do we have? Yeah, well, I mean, you walk on the street, you know, I feel like putting on a body armor because you want to know why? Because I walk on the street or I'm at the bus because there's a lot of stabbings around here. A lot of stabbings, a lot of people getting shot. Look at the two brothers when the other brother shot the other brother. Okay, now we supposedly related to district attorney. He's supposed to be related. The district attorney Tom. Okay, he's supposed to be. Okay, people are saying he's related, but if he's related to any district attorney, they cannot prosecute that case here in Fall River. They're going to have to send that case out to another district and let another prosecutor prosecute the case. Yeah, we pay for it, and believe me, yeah, we do. Dave, you're right. We do. David Souza, Senior, we right. Yeah, we do pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And and it's sad that we have to pay for it. But if Westport wants our water, they're gonna have to pay for it. Okay, it's not. They're not gonna. Be getting anything for free over here. You know. So it's sad. You know what I'm saying? But we got to keep fighting. That's what we got to do. We got to keep fighting. We got to keep, holding these politicians accountable as long as we can. That's the best way, you know. It is. It's the best way. And and by the way, I have permission to record in public. I also have the permission to record on the bus. I also have permission to record in the bus terminal because it's on public. But in private places, no. I don't. In private places, I don't. You can't record in private places. So Bob already did my homework. So I mean, hey, cops have body cams. I got one. So if somebody told me and said, "Well, Dave," matter of fact, I had one person tell me, "Oh, my uncle's a city councilor." Okay, and he filled me in on all the laws and laws and all. So I says, "Well, what did he tell you?" He goes, "Oh," he says, "if I spot anybody with a body cam, ask them if they're recording and tell them that they can't." And you know what I told him? I said, "Look," I said, "you can go back and tell your uncle, the city councilor, because my uncle, Ray Mitchell, was a city councilor. Okay. You can go back and tell him that he's full of crap. Okay. Because when you're out in a public bus and you're out in public, whatever you're saying out in public, and if I pick it up on recording, I pick it up on recording. That's it. It's public. And it's going right up on Facebook. Just like politicians. If I walk by a politician and I hear him blah, 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 blabbing his mouth, you know what I'm saying, about things, I'm gonna have it recorded, and and it's gonna go up on Facebook. So that's what you call holding politicians accountable for the things that they do, the things that they say they're gonna do, and that's it. you know, because just like Mayor Paul Coogan, okay, market rate housing, but he now says, well, because it's almost election year, so it's almost election time and city election time, and so he's going to say, well, now we want affordable housing. Know why? Because it's almost election time. So what's gonna happen is he's gonna forget all about the market rate housing, and then he's gonna jump into affordable housing. Okay, that's what he's gonna do. Okay, that's how politicians work when it's election time. So now that we know that, now that we're not gonna fall for that. So I mean, we're not gonna fall for that anymore. So and if people keep voting for the same people back in office, how do you expect to get the same result, to get a different results when you're going to get the same results? Okay, if the people of Massachusetts keep voting the same ones back in, you're going to keep getting the same results, the same bullshit. Okay, the same. It's BS. Dave, you're right. Again, you're right. Market rate housing is a pause. Too affordable, but I thought it was illegal to record people on conversations without their consent. If they're out in public, let me tell you something. If they're out in public, okay, and they're on a public transit, they're in a public place, whatever they're talking about, and if I got it on, because it doesn't not have any sound to it. My body cam don't have no sound to it. If I got it on and I pick up their voice, that's on them. Okay? So I have the right under the First Amendment that I could record in public, but not in a private place. It don't have any audio on it at all. No sound whatsoever. But you know something? It picks up sound. It's recording. Once it's on, it's recording. Okay, it's recording, but there's no sound to it until I upload it. So if you go and listen to all my uploads from my body cam, you'll see what I'm talking about. If I show you the back of my body cam, this is the back of it. Okay. Let me turn it on. Let me show you something. I'm going to educate every single one of you. In the back of that body cam, okay, there's no audio on it. It's recording right now with everything I'm saying. So I cannot hear, okay, you cannot hear it until I extremely upload the video that's in here. So that's why it's called the body cam, and that's why when it goes on my shirt, I wear it. So that's how it goes. So it's fine as long as it's in public, like the public transit. Well, it'll have audio once I'll have audio once I upload it. I've already showed you how it's done. So with that being said, you know, like I told you before, you know, we have to stop, you know, all this other stuff that's going on, you know, in the community, because too much stabbing going on, too much shootings going on. I mean, too much. We have to start working on the overdose, fentanyl, mental health. You know what I'm saying? No, it's insanity out there. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's nuts. You know. People are not safe out in the people. You know, I have to. You know, I have an elderly mother. Okay, my elderly mom. Okay, so oh yeah, Kogan says crime is down. Crime ain't down. He's only looking at the FBI statistics, not the state statistics. Okay, you know, he's not comparing both things. He's not comparing the FBI crime statistics to the state statistics. Okay, he's not comparing that. He's only using one. Okay, so well, yeah, the city does need more mental health services here. You know what I'm saying? They do. You know, they do need more. They do need more mental health services. You know, and we as the people, we have to find a way for that. Okay, um, we got detox, but detox is only for 90 days. We need something long term for these people. Okay, we need something long term. Okay, you know, where that they could stay and get the help that they need. Okay, which is Coogan is not really doing that. Okay, and he knows that there's a lot of overdose out there. There's a lot of there's mental health crisis out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's not really helping the people. Okay, he's more worried about market rate housing, putting more people in the street than ever. And that is Mayor Paul Coogan for you. The politicians and ways that make life almost impossible for people. It's making people, yeah, you're right. Dave, you're right. Yeah, it's making people depressed. Yeah, you're right. I agree. I agree with you 100% right there. You know, I mean, he's not really helping out. Okay. I mean, he's worried about one half of market rate housing. Okay, worried about his rich friends. You know what I'm saying? He's worried about down at the MBTA taking photo ops with Moore Healy and Cal Fiola sitting down on Moore Healy and Governor Moore Healy's lap. You know what I'm saying? So that too. You know, I was going to go down there honestly. And I was going to go down there and get right in front of the cameras, channel 12, channel 10, 6, and everything was down there. And I would say, look, my reason why I'm down here, but congratulations on your train, but that's not what I'm here for. I would say, well, Moore Healy, this is what you want to do, okay? You want to tax the cable boxes and tax candy and dealing with and support the illegal aliens instead of supporting our people. So I would say, why don't you start telling the people what's going on instead of coming down here and grabbing photo ops because of the MBTA train? That's what I would have said. I mean, but somebody told me not to do it, but I would have. And then I would say, hey, Mr. Coogan, I'll say, you with your market rate housing and the homeless people, I'm going to say, what do you say to the people? You're down here now, so why don't you confront the people, okay, and let the people know that you lied to them about when what you say you were going to do, then you promised that you were going to do it, then you didn't do it, and now all of a sudden you get elected and you turn against, and then you turn against the people and end up more than what market rate housing. Okay, and now we have a lot of homeless people over there. So what do you say to the people while you're down here at MBTA in front of all these cameras? Okay, what do you say about it? You get, I mean, I was going to go down there and oh yeah. I mean, if I would have went down there, I probably would have embarrassed, Maura Healey. I would embarrass Maura Healey. I would embarrass Coogan. I would embarrass the whole delegation that was down there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I probably would embarrass them all. Even some of the city councilors that were there. I mean, I'd embarrass them all because you know something? That's what I do. Okay, hold politicians accountable. You know what I'm saying, for the things that they say they're going to do, and they don't follow it. They don't follow instructions. They think that we work for them, but no, they work for us. So you know what? We are people's power, and we will keep on fighting for the affordable housing. We will keep on fighting for that, and we will keep on fighting for more other things too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and the audit. I don't want to forget about the audit because the state don't want the audit. Because why? Because they don't want to get caught or be asked questions about the money. Well, Mayor Wolf's already going to jail. I mean, that's no great loss. You know what I'm saying? Spending taxpayers' money for legal fees. Spending taxpayers' money for legal fees. Imagine that. So she's already on her way to jail. So next will be Coogan and Maura Healey. Okay, it'll be next. They'll be next because the people of Fall River, we are catching on to what they're doing. So none of them are not going to be elected, either one of them, because I will keep on affordable housing. I will keep on advocating for things, okay, that the people really want. Gateway City, tourism's going to come. So where's the tourism? Battleship, cool. Where's the tourism? None. So the politicians, they lie. They lie just to get elected. And now we have to get rid of them and put another administration in there. The market rate housing is going to stop. We have to outlaw. We have to. This is what we have to do. Okay, the market rate housing. It's unconstitutional to have. Well, Jazel did get busted, but at least he dropped the purple bags. Oh, city and states, yeah. It's ridiculous. Oh no, the crime ain't down here. Of course not. You have to look at federal and state statistics. So you have to combine federal and state statistics. And Coogan's not doing that. He's only going by what the federal statistics say. So Coogan's a little priesta. Okay, Coogan don't care about nobody but his own deep pockets. So I mean, that's how that goes. I remember Coogan when he first ran, and the reason why I supported him the first time because of Jazel, okay, because of what Jazel did, okay, because we had no choice, okay, in the matter, and now we're in a pickle again. And next time I will be questioning, where is all the all where is all the marijuana funding? Where's all the marijuana money that the state made? I'll be questioning that too as well. So I'll be all over that. You know what I'm saying? Because marijuana, the cannabis, marijuana, they're making money. Because Will always says it all the time. Will Flanagan, Will's making tons of money. All the cannabis making tons of money. Where is all the money going from the state? Okay, where's the money going? I mean, that's state money. So where's that going? I wonder, if more Healy's, put their hands in that jar with the state, with the state money, the marijuana. That woman needs to resign. She needs to resign. I mean, come on. You see that photo of Carol Viola sitting on Maura Healey's lap. That is funny. Maura Healey on this side, all the rest on this side. I mean, I could show. I mean, God, I can pull up the picture on Facebook, and I can actually see that, man. Oh gosh. Outstanding. I mean, it is. It's outstanding. I like when you guys watch this because I mean it's hilarious, but I mean we have to hold these politicians on things on crimes on stuff that they're doing. I mean, there's no question about it, So let's see, what time is it? It's 8:54. My show is ended. And I want to thank David Souza for watching, Ronaldale Lasler for watching. We don't need this crap. You're right. Thank you for watching, Scott. Thank you for watching, David Souza again. David Souza, Scott Donnelly, David Souza, and Ronald. Thank you guys for watching. And and these other people, I don't know who that. My wife, thank you for watching Economic 101 Supplies and On Demand. So David Drift David Me for Mayor for Fall River. No, thank you. Carl Caesar support legals. Nope, Carl Caesar does not support legal aliens. So you need to stop your lying there, buddy. Let's see here. I'm not gonna get mad. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna run for mayor. Let me see here. I was on the bus today. Oh, you was on the bus today. Cool. Don't they have cameras on the bus? Yeah, they do. But the cameras, they have to pull the cameras all the time. But the only way, is to to make people safe on the bus. No, Scott, I never said that you called me racist. Never said that. Somebody else said it. Why did you randomly record people on the bus today? Well, because I can. What did you say on the bus? Well, it was just recording. So I could record people. I could record on the bus because it's public. Like I told you before, cops have body cams. Okay, so Go up to them and tell them that they're racist because they have body cams, and watch what they say to you and whoever this was. I don't even know this dude, so he doesn't have a name, so I'm gonna call him it. Who calls you? Who called? Oh, somebody called me. Yeah, I don't even know who that dude is. Let me see. We are. Well, yeah. Well, 103. That was the Laurel Street boss. So, um, let's see. But I am gonna call. I'm gonna email Serta. Probably email tonight, maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Like I said, if anybody wants to, come freely live on my show, um, I could use a second person. If you want to go live with me, I could use it, and we can talk about some stuff. You know what I'm saying, and we can talk about what's going on. I mean. And just gonna say, Chip and Jeffrey, they bring up some good points about. Matter of fact, it was actually, you know what? It was a today's show too, Spindle City Straight Talk, and yeah, and we are hooked up with that. So let me see, Spindle City Straight Talk. I can probably play a let me see, John. Let's see here. Spindle City Straight Talk. Political talk, political interest, information. I mean, they do bring up good points. Chip and Jeffrey. CJ will be back.
Welcome to Spindle City Street Talk. I'm Chip. And I'm Jeff. And it is Wednesday in the Riv, and we are ready to rock and roll. But let's start with CJ. CJ, his brother's wake is tomorrow from 4 to 7.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
That is an absolute. Now we know that. And the funeral is the following day. So he's gotten a lot of people that reach out to him, and he's very Robeson Street and drive up there if you're driving up from. If you want to get your compass out and know which way you'll be on the east side, but it'll be beginning to move a little bit, Jeff. I don't know about that. We see Coogan's announcing building a few affordable housing units. The man who said he wasn't interested in it, but it's still less than. It's still less than Somerset has done in 1 year. He hasn't done in his entire term. So,
well, I heard about that the other day, and then they brought this up about one of the apartments going to have only 4, count them 4 affordable, and the rest will be muckery. Yeah. I'm shaking my head. I'm like, dude, this is not what people are trying to find out affordable places here in the city, and you're not helping people. You're really not. And I know last night because I don't know if you watched the city council meeting, but I was there. And you talk about trying to find an apartment. Look what people are upset about with their water bills going up. That was a clown show last night. I was only there but I was there for a little while. But unfortunately, I didn't see a lot of people there to say, I don't want my water bill to go up. I mean, you had 3 people talked about no on water, on my taxes going up on water. So I don't know if they vote yes. So I tried to reach Andrew. I didn't get no response. I might see him later tonight if he does show up to the neighborhood. But I didn't know if there was a discussion because they did bring up a lot of issues of why Westport has not paid Fall River on money by using our water. So it's and I'm not great with math. That's my negative. I'm not great with math, and their account they owed Fall River over $800,000, and they guess they paid $6, so they're still off a couple $100,000. So it's very frustrating. But yeah, what really gets to me is that the council's asked these people from our water department, why you're not giving them fees, but they're not paying us back. Oh, it's not in our hands right now, but we will bring that up next time. We are going to have that talk. So I don't know if you watched it. When I was there, I was just like, ugh,
It was
you get people.
You hate that. I don't hate to say it. I actually like to say it. Paul Coogan is the best advertisement against voting for him that there is. He's better than any candidate. He self-destructs himself. He goes 6 years not caring about anything, and now all of a sudden he's talking about all the things that he's ignored for 6 years.
He ignored every single one.
Affordable housing units. He thinks everybody forgot. He said he's not interested in affordable housing. We've got plenty of affordable housing because he thinks that public housing and workforce housing. And I even question the fact that these quote unquote affordable housing units are truly going to be affordable. We saw the last advertisement. We showed it on the show, but it said you have to have you have to make between $62,000 and $79,000, for one person, and that's nobody can qualify. That's the workforce where you have these requirements. Public housing is for people who have extremely low incomes. Workforce housing is for people with actually for Fall River.
I had to play this video.
He just lives in a dream world. He lives in the la-la land that they all live, like Michelle Wu and everybody else. They live in that la-la land that says, everything is great. You don't understand. Well, Fall River, $31,000 is the per capita income. You can't qualify. It's less than half the national and state income. So affordable housing for Fall River for people who actually work for a living and don't have great jobs, and they have to work 2 jobs just to keep their head above water. And now you're seeing water bills that are going to be transferred partly over to them by their landlords. You have all these other things going on, and this clown is just pretending that he cares. Oh, I'm building 4 units. I'm building another. We're going to build 12. Well, I think it was either 54 or 68 units in one whack Somerset built. There's 18,000 people in Somerset. I mean, he's his own best advertisement for not re-electing him, because everything that now he's kind of noticed, and now, the rents are going to be Nantucket rents. There's another great one. Well, Paul, you created this. They should build a statue to you with your hand in somebody's pocket, taking his money out, picking his pocket, because you created this scenario in Fall River. You, Kenny Fiola, all the rest of them that are in this big giant pot, your friends, developer friends that are all getting rich, they don't care. It's ironic because I saw a local politician. He'll remain nameless right now until I confirm where he's moving. But I happened to be in a market today, and I saw him, and I know him. I know him. He's not city; he's local, but he is a local politician, and he is, he runs for a county office. But to show you what they think about it, you got a video from David. But he was telling one of the employees who I also know, because he used to go to the boys club with me. He's a retired, I think he worked for the telephone company or something, or electric light. He worked for one of the
Okay, everybody.
But, you know.
Have a good night. No, that was Spindle City Straight Talk a little bit earlier today. You know, and Chip and Jeffrey was talking about some things, and well, there you go. But take care, everybody. Have a great night. Scott Allen Donnelly, good night, and I will I'll be on next Wednesday to you know with more excitement. Again, I will be at Carlos time at Robeson Street and corner of not Robeson, I'm sorry, Glowful Corners on April 1st at 6 o'clock. April 1st at 6 o'clock at Globe Four Corners. So I'm getting tired. So take care, everybody. This is Dave Mead, Forward Media News. Always broadcasting. Always bring you the latest on politics. We always do political talk. This is a talk show, and we talk about politics all the time. And you know, again, we also hold politicians accountable for the things that they do and they say they're going to do, and they don't do them. Because politicians, you know, once they're elected, forget it. They don't know you. Okay, after they don't know you after they only know you because they want your vote and stuff like that. But I mean, take care. Have a great night, and thank you for watching. And stay angry. And hold your politicians accountable. So take care, everybody. Good night.